Welcome back. Another episode.
Let's
C-Suite Unfiltered. So
afternoon episode. Dude.
Afternoon episode for us.
Edition.
Yes. Got a new logo. Someone mentioned, they were like, "But you just got the cups. This is a great gift for my friend Braden. These will always be, nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia.
It's like throwback jerseys.
Yeah, dude. It's
right?
like the Apple logo.
I haven't officially changed the logo on YouTube, so I'm not sure. I just wanted to mess with something.
Okay.
So just any feedback is great. All right. Well, we got a couple articles to go over, and maybe it'll be a shorter episode depending on your thoughts on these. Maybe it'll be a longer one.
Did you happen to Tesla's earnings last night?
No, I did not. Should we start right there?
Well, Elon teased getting a cheaper version of the car in 2025, so that was interesting. But it was a mixed bag. But hey, the stock went up 10%, mostly on that. And so, but basically, it's like, don't buy the stock if you don't think we're going to be able to do what we're saying in the AI. Like, it's not worth it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, what I thought was really interesting, I was going to bring up at the pod, was Tesla literally sent out a email to all their shareholders. Did you get this?
No, I'm not a shareholder.
Okay.
I joined late and I've sold and bought, but I've currently no.
And it's literally an email about voting for Elon's pay package. Yeah, dude, look it up. Just do Tesla.
Okay.
I don't know, pay Elon website, something like that.
What does it say?
Yeah, shareholders reinstate. Oh, you gotta go down now. Yeah, send incorrect server. No. Reinstate. Says an email that sends incorrectly. Yeah, I don't know at the top of my head. I could probably pick it up actually real quick. But basically, it literally lays out. And at first, I was like, "Oh, this is a scam." I was like, "There's no way that Tesla would email everybody and be like, hey, please vote on this package."
Tesla tries to revive Elon Musk's big payday after court rejected it.
Yeah.
Well, it's Wall Street Journal. I know the subscription paywall. We're not gonna have a paywall on C-Suite Unfiltered.
Oh man. Okay, I'll have to get it for you later. But basically, they sent it out to all their people, and it lays out like 6 reasons why it's important that they have it long term, like set up this way, and there's gonna be a vote and things like that.
Okay.
So it's like, do you want to give this billionaire $50 billion more? Yes or no? The bottom line is, and this is the part where Elon has a lot of leverage, and he alluded it to it in the earnings call last night, and that was basically like, he kind of is using this as leverage. If you don't give this to me, I'm going to take the AI project and not make it part of Tesla. And like the robotics and stuff, he could just be like, oh yeah, we're going to make that into a different company. And so that was kind of his underhanded threat. And then at the same time saying if you don't believe that AI is going to be the thing in robotics, etc., you shouldn't be investing in Tesla.
Yeah.
So he basically said that, and then basically said, if this doesn't work out, I might just have to pull AI out and do it separately from Tesla.
Huh. I like it.
So he's definitely playing the cards on that one.
Okay. Interesting.
This is the thing I think of is does he deserve it now? Maybe people can question it. The thing is, in 2018, everyone laughed at him when he basically said he's gonna 20x the company, and they were in the middle of production hell, and everyone was like, yes, that pay package approved. I still remember reading it. Did I tell you this? I remember it was 2018. I was walking from the parking lot at a Mariners game to Safeco Field, and now T-Mobile Park, and I still remember reading the news article as I was walking to the game, and be like, that's crazy. He would make $50 billion if he hits all these things, but there's no way he's going to be able to create a business that's worth $500 or $600 billion. And sure enough, he did it. So
how does that work though with a publicly traded company? Because obviously it was publicly traded in 2018. So he's basically saying, hey, if I hit these marks, is it a contract? If I hit these marks,
compensation
I get paid
plan.
X.
It'd be like me. He's like, you get no salary. Yeah. But if you hit these benchmarks, you get these money. It unlocks all the stock.
Okay.
And so then there was one guy in Delaware that was like, hey, he owned 9 shares.
Yeah, we talked about that guy.
So and then part of that same thing, they're saying they want to move back to Texas, reincorporate back in Texas instead of Delaware because of all of this. So it's interesting.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of politicking, but Yeah, it's weird when a CEO has to like create leverage within his own company, but I guess because it's publicly traded, he does have to answer to the shareholders.
It's amazing how even such a large company can still be dictated by an influencer, and that's ultimately what Elon Musk is.
Yeah,
it is Tesla is the largest creator-led business.
Yeah, that's true. It's very interesting. I was just talking about before we hit record about why I was doing the logo redesign. Almost every like business or economics podcast is like a picture of the host. And I was like, well, I could just put a picture of you, which is fine. And I'm like, if I put a picture of me, that's not going to get any recognition. So I just went with words. But it is like all like content drives everything nowadays. It seems like it's wild. So. Yeah. Here's a thought, because this is a business person, content creator. Bryce Klossing actually asked this in the comments a couple weeks ago. I never asked. What are your thoughts on Patrick Bet David? Entrepreneur / content creator.
Yeah. His PHP thing is a bit of a pyramid scheme. So he sold it for like couple $100 million.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a pyramid scheme. You sell insurance, the 7 people underneath like layers get insurance. I like him as a guy. He has good values, I think. He's really a news person though now. Like they always redigesting and regurgitating like news articles and like in their little like sphere.
Yeah.
And they do different shows and like I get it and that's great. But I like him as a person. I think that I would not want to build the PHP business as like my claim to fame as I grow my businesses. That just my personal thing though.
Yeah, I just looked up an article from Finance Hill, and it said that Patrick Bet David, so this is about how did he get rich, where did he come from? Originally born in Iran, family fled when he was 10 years old, came to the U.S. He was always he always had a talent for inspiring people. He used his skills to write books and recruit members for his PHP agency. He was able to interview some low-level celebrities, attract large crowds, and basically crowdsourced the PHP program, is basically what this article is saying.
Yeah, like some of the training inside of PHP, because I've actually seen it, is a little bit misleading.
Okay.
And in that, like, it makes it sound like everyone's going to be successful. I think that you can say that with confidence if 20, 30% of people are successful. But when 1% of the people that sign up make more than a living wage, I just don't think it's necessarily right to pitch it as like everyone in here is winning and they show the top 5 or 10 people, and it's like, well, the 100th person didn't make enough of money to like make a living wage, and you made all the money on the people buying products from each other. So like again, not against him though. He's a great dude. It's still just that is just another form of marketing and spreading your message in terms of how you do marketing. So kudos to him for that.
Yeah. What do you think about Valuetainment? Great name.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, I like the name.
That's
I like the name.
name.
I'm just not attracted to like. I don't know. I'm just not attracted to him as much.
Fair.
I don't know why.
I think. Have you listened to any of stuff on family?
Though, yeah, he wins huge points on that stuff.
I feel like you would really align with a lot of his family
all that
values.
stuff. Yes, yeah. I guess I just like immediately when people start giving their opinions on every little thing.
Yeah.
I almost get like, okay, I'm always hearing you give your opinions. How do you know how do you have an educated viewpoint on all of these topics, whether it be Candace Owens getting fired or like something in the Middle East or like that's when you become a talking head in the news, and that's when I'm like, I don't know if I trust you, because I would rather, if I was really interested in like the conflict in Israel, I'd want to go talk to someone that they studied that their entire life, not someone who like read headlines and then had to make clickbait titles or YouTube. And I know what that game is like. Yeah. And like I just stay in business because like that's all I know. But if I was trying to do like business and then like talk about sports and then talk about like politics and then talk about economics and like have educated POVs on all those things, either A, you're a genius, or B, you're talking with like half data and you're talking with headlines, or someone's feeding you information as a producer. And that's usually what you think of when you think about like mainstream media. Yep. Now, would I rather listen to Patrick Bet David than CNN or Fox News? Yes. Yeah. So I'm not against him at all. I think he's a great business person. I personally just don't want to build my reputation the way he has.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not to say that his is bad.
Yeah.
And to your point, the family side and like his values, I think is like really, really solid. Like,
yeah, it's like his advice to like young men or, how your family should operate. And I don't know what is tongue in cheek and what isn't, but I would agree with a lot of the family values he practices. But yeah, it's always interesting. I think as a society, we're drawn to those people that like have an answer for everything. Yeah. So it's hard to see like when are those answers like a smoke screen or a facade where they're just talking out of one side of their mouth, and when are they actually educated and have a good opinion on something.
And it might just be like part of his brand that pushes me away a bit, because like always like in suit, tie, 3-piece situation, because it is like his brand is very buttoned down, and that's not a bad thing. You do come across as the expert, but I also feel like there is a level of like being authentic and like sharing what you're like the downsides, sharing what's not going well, sharing when you're struggling. And I don't know if his brand reflects like he can't share that weakness. Yeah. Because it is like it's a lion, and like we are like this elite. It feels very elite.
Totally. Kind of untouchable.
Right, yeah. And personally, I don't connect with those people. I'm not saying they're horrible people at all. There's there's definitely value to what they talk about. Yeah. Hence the name. Valuetainment.
Great name. Alrighty. Well, we'll switch it up here. So I have a TikTok for you.
Oh, wow.
And I have an article to supplement.
Dude, we're going to get banned from Congress here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. Alrighty. So this is a TikTok that someone posted. I don't know where they are. Obviously, I'll try to give credit where credit's due. But this is a TikTok that is titled AI is Taking Over.
Okay.
And this is someone driving through a Wendy's. I will try to share it on the screen as well.
I love this. Dude, this makes so much sense.
Wendy's, what would you like?
Can I have a chocolate frosty?
Which size for the chocolate frosty?
Medium.
Can I get you anything else today?
No, thank you.
Great. Please pull up to the next window.
Dude, that's sick. The thing is, I think it'll only get better because like the biggest thing between like that and Max, for example, is those are long gaps.
Yes.
They could be shortened, and they will. Those will refine it.
Yes.
But there's no reason to have to talk to a human right there.
Yeah,
I agree. It's a perfect use of AI.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about that is you get to see what they are interpreting the words, so you can know if it's going off base. The same way that like you're like, well, they're not going to get as accurate. So is listen to sometimes people talk. Like when those drive-through things are like, what'd you say? Was that a large? Was that medium? Like, so anyways, I think it's a great use of AI. And for everyone that's like, you're taking away a job, you're right. You're taking away a job from someone that has to listen and push a button. That person can now go spend their time getting the education and skills required to do something bigger and better. And I think that's pretty cool.
And I also think the trade-off is, hopefully, now these are mega corporations, so I don't want to speak lightly of this, but hopefully they can take some of the money not spent on one person with a headset pushing buttons all day and distribute some of that hourly wage around to the other employees.
Probably won't happen.
In an ideal world, we could do that.
My hope is that there's less people required to operate that that fast food joint, and that one of those people goes out and becomes a software engineer. Because software engineers are very, very, very expensive.
Yes.
And the only way to bring that cost down, more people getting in doing that work. And so if instead of me having to pay someone $200,000 or $300,000 a year to be a software engineer, if there was less people pushing buttons and taking orders at Wendy's, and some of them went out and got free code education and courses and became software engineers, the cost would come down. So I'm very excited. I really look forward to this. Then the question is like, well, some of these people aren't capable of becoming software engineers. Well, that's a limiting belief. I think that some of these people, if they were given the opportunity and they didn't have the ability to just get $10, $15 an hour, hopefully they would actually like the education system would push in the direction of getting skills that are valuable. Because pushing a button is what a 2-year-old can do.
Yeah. Do you think that software engineers, and I could be completely mistaken on this because obviously there are college courses for doing this, but do you think that in 20, 30, or now years that it will be viewed like a trade school?
What?
Software engineering.
Well, the majority of software engineers don't even go to school.
Right, but do you think there'd be like a pathway? Like, okay, let's go back 100 years. You didn't go to carpentry school. You just went and started working in a lumber yard and like became a carpenter.
No, I think
so. Now there's a trade school where you can go to learn carpentry and get a degree.
Not really, because so much now. Because like if software is inherently mobile, and software is inherently you can do it anywhere. There's not a whole lot of reason to go to school for it.
Fair.
Like you are literally you're going to be trained to be on your computer all day long and just typing on your computer.
Ones and zeros.
And not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
So you can be educated that way. It's not like sociology or communication or biology where you need to be in a lab. Like you're going to be typing on this computer. You need to understand what it says and what it does and how it interacts with all sorts of servers.
Yeah.
You can do that from here. And so like there's genuinely, like I could list off 10 different places on YouTube. There's some really good ones on YouTube where if you are willing to spend 3, 4, 5 weeks watching videos, you can learn PHP. You can learn Ruby on Rails. You can learn Java. And so, and then it's just a matter of like, can you absorb it? Can you, do the reps, etc. And there's a difference between someone who knows how to do Java and someone who's a 10x engineer in Java and can just crush.
Yeah.
And that's the person that I have to pay $300,000-$400,000 a year for.
Yeah.
And I just believe that more people push into that sphere, we will all become smarter, we will make more money, and the cost of having to do that will come down. And then guess what? Yes, eventually AI will replace them too. And hopefully we'll move on to something different. Yeah. So
interesting. Well, let's get back to the Wendy's article.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I like where it went. But to the Wendy's article. So this is an article from about 2 months ago. It was one of the most up-to-date and thorough articles I could find. But digital menu boards and AI. So Wendy's is still moving ahead with some technical changes regarding pricing. The statement said that the chain is investing in digital menu boards for its locations in the U.S. and will make changing prices up or down presumably easier. So this article was in tandem, the AI switch, but also they announced they might start doing surge pricing. Yeah. It's like during lunch and dinner rushes, they'll change pricing, which we could also talk about that.
They decided not to.
Yes.
And they actually said they didn't mean that. I think people took the digital menu board thing and like interpreted it as like they're gonna change prices every hour and
yeah. So that's what the first half of this article talks about. But I want to talk more on the AI side. Artificial intelligence is also on the menu. On the earnings call, Tanner, who's their CEO, said the company already has rolled out what they call Wendy's Fresh AI in some restaurant locations. He said the company is seeing ongoing improvements in speed and accuracy with regard to the AI use. According to Food and Wine magazine, Wendy's will use AI to suggest menu changes on these digital boards due to external factors such as weather. Maybe it's cold out, so hype up the hot chili, ?
Yeah, dude.
Wendy's didn't elaborate on its use of AI. So they're keeping it pretty tight-lipped.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But of course, it's now getting out there that they're using it. People are recording it in TikToks. So
remember even 20 years ago, like all the menus were like plastic and you'd have to change, like it'd be a huge deal to change the price.
Yeah.
A huge deal to change a menu item or add a menu item. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, it's okay, it got cold. Let's bring the chili up a little higher. Let's push the Frosties down bad.
Yeah.
Like that's just smart.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think that is really smart that you can highlight certain menu items or based around even like holidays. Obviously, like there are holiday menus or special limited items, and then based on the weather. I think that's fantastic. It just makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's pretty much it. The title of the article there is Wendy says no to surge pricing, but yes to AI, and it was kind of the key takeaways. So
they'll all adopt it. Like I said, restaurants will adopt this first. Then it'll move more towards hotels. The financial system has already done this because they have billions of dollars. And so it'll just trickle its way down. And of course, as usual, the home service industry will be about 10 years behind, but it'll eventually do the same thing to us.
Do you think that, so when you say hotels, that you're just going to check in on a screen? There's just no front desk attendant?
No, when you call in, you'd be like, I want to make a reservation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, for when? Tonight. Great. What kind of room do you want? Like, they just be like, there's no reason to talk to a human. Is an input and output equation. Mm-hmm. And so it only gets more difficult when it's like customer service related things, and that will take longer. But like to where the extent of the technology is now, I'd say within 12, 24 months, like there's no reason why anyone should be answering a phone and taking contact information. Mm-hmm. Like think about what you're doing when you're doing a dinner reservation. Name, phone number, what time.
Yeah. How many?
Yeah.
That's it.
Like like why is someone picking up that phone? They could be serving, they could be clean, they could be taking care of customers. So, anyways.
Yeah. Do you feel that there will ever be kind of tying in the surge pricing conversation with AI that they would just integrate like restaurants? Like, okay, now you have to pay like a premium price to hold a table or like a hotel room.
Oh yeah,
like
and people will freak out and there'll be people willing to do it.
Yeah.
Like people are weird. Like surge pricing is so horrible. Then great, come in the cheaper time.
Yeah.
It's like we already have surge pricing on our roads. Like toll prices go up and down based upon the traffic.
And there's already pseudo surge pricing when restaurants do happy hour. Happy hour is never like during
Yeah.
dinner rush.
Yeah.
It's like the hours before dinner rush or late night.
And they could literally just raise their prices and then be like, during these hours, it's cheaper. Same thing as surge pricing.
Yeah.
Right. So, but like literally there are most toll roads now, if they're new, have a digital board and that the toll price changes based upon how much time you're saving on that road.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then you keep it exclusive to who is in, like, I don't want to be waiting in a drive-through for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I would be willing to pay an extra $5. The other 40% in that line wouldn't be willing to. Fantastic. I get through faster. I pay a premium. Let's go.
Yeah.
I made a video about this on Home Service Millionaire channel,
Yeah.
like surge pricing for home services.
Yeah. It was the quadrant graph.
Yeah,
that you
like
did.
there's like as you get booked out further and further, if you're not going to extend capacity, you just be raising prices as like on a log, like a scale. Like, okay, if I'm 3 weeks booked out, I'm going to raise prices by $5 per hour. Great. If I am 5 weeks booked out, I'm going to raise it by $15 and just keep doing that. Like that's a form of surge pricing.
Yep.
Make more money.
Yeah.
Kill us.
I like it. I'm pro it. I mean, the airlines do it too.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So like we could just keep going down the list. The airlines
Amazon
do
does
like,
it based upon what device you have.
Have you
If you're
ever
on a
tried
Mac
to
versus
yeah.
PC?
Have you ever tried to fly during the holidays? That's literal surge
Yeah.
pricing. They know more people are flying, so they're just gonna jack up the price.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
It just has a bad connotation.
Yeah.
If you called it some other word, like flexible pricing, for example,
yeah.
it'd probably be like flexible. We like that.
Yeah.
Surge, no.
That's fair. Surge feels very external.
Yeah.
We don't like externalities.
Yeah. Discount pricing, you could call it that. It's like when we're not busy, we bring our prices down.
Yeah.
Which implies that when it's really busy, your prices are higher.
Which I love that. I like when golf courses do that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, like weekends cost more.
Yeah, but golf courses do live dynamic pricing or
Really?
surge pricing. They call it dynamic pricing.
Yeah, dynamic.
So basically, if it's like today, Washington today,
Yeah,
it's a nice
cold.
rainy day. So there are some courses in the area. I know if I went to their website, I could get a tee time for cheaper
That's cool.
because they know it's like, okay, less
No
people
one's
are going
here.
to come here.
Yeah,
So we might as well drop the price.
I like it.
Like, I think that's really smart for like the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
If you consider golf part of the entertainment industry, I guess, or
And
sporting
golf,
industry.
dude, like it's a high class sport. So like on the weekends, if you have all your tee times are booked out, there are people that would be willing to pay twice as much.
100%.
So like,
Yeah. I thought about that too. Like, I'd be willing to pay more to guarantee I don't have to play with anyone else.
yeah.
Like, just have the tea time to myself.
Just pay for
which you
4
could pay,
people.
Yeah, which you could.
So if I pay for 4 people, can we just consider this a foursome?
yeah, which like that's excessive. I'm not going to pay 4x a tea time.
Like, sorry, on the tee box, I'm gonna hit 4 balls because I pay for 4.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, dude. Alrighty, well, let's switch it up. Completely different topic here. We're going in a very different direction. You're gonna have no idea what's coming at you because this next article comes from PCGamer.com.
Okay.
All right. Tattoo artist behind LeBron James.
Oh, I saw this head
loses
article.
lawsuit claiming his art in NBA 2K was copyrighted. Jimmy Hayden tried to sue the developer after his tattoo work on the real LeBron James made it into the video game LeBron.
That's funny.
So basically, it goes on to say that in these video games, they're like hyper realistic now. Like his tattoos look like his real tattoos
Yeah.
in real life. And the artist is claiming that it's copyright infringement because he came up with those designs and therefore he should be compensated for that design.
Oh, brother.
Now, the case was just settled as of 2 days ago. It originally was approved, like it went to court. And as of 2 days ago, the judge sided in favor of 2K Sports, so the video game company, that it is not copyright infringement. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. When you put, this is the thing, when I wonder what the judge actually said, but like when you put the tattoo on LeBron James, I think it should be assumed he's going to be on newspapers, he's going to be in video games, he's going to be on websites,
Yeah.
his likeness and image will be used over and over and over again. And I also wonder if potentially a tattoo could be interpreted as becoming the right of the wearer because it is part of their body.
Yes, but then...
It's like saying if I give a heart transplant, it's like, hey, that's my heart.
Yeah.
Give it back.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think it could go either way. I
Yeah.
definitely think as a public figure, right, this is why it's an issue. Because he sees like, well, LeBron's getting endorsements from the video game company. I lean a little bit towards the tattoo artist. I do.
Because my tattoo made him what he is today.
No, not at all. In the sense of like they directly copied his art. Like, period. Did they or did they not directly copy his art?
No.
Why would you say no?
Because if I take a picture of you
Yeah.
and you're wearing a brand on you, do I owe royalties to that brand?
No.
Why?
Well,
Because you own it.
Yes, but I'm...
What's the difference between a shirt
That's a good point.
and a tattoo?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I see what you're doing there. I just feel like it's different because it's a one-time piece of art. Like, it's like selling a fake painting.
I mean, you can do a one-off shirt. If I do a one-off shirt, no one can take
Yeah.
a picture of you without giving royalties to me.
Yeah, I'm not saying like he should be paid,
Right.
but I understand why he did it. I think I understand it because it's a one-off piece
What
of
is
art.
the picture of?
Well, it's just
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's
dude.
just I don't know. I don't know what his tattoos are.
What does
And
it say?
This is from the
Did
video
that say
game.
something?
Dude, I don't know. I don't.
you
Two
take-
guys with no tattoos talking about tattoos. I have no
man.
idea what his tattoos say, but he has like full sleeves on both arms.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess this guy has done pretty much all of his tattoos. So he's saying like those are individual works of art. I should be compensated if you're directly copying them.
That's so weird. I wonder where LeBron stands on this. Has he commented on it?
I don't know. I didn't look into that, but I just thought it was an interesting article to actually like go to court over this.
I feel like the ownership of the art is resigned when it is put on someone's body permanently. That person then has the right to be able to sell their image and likeness to someone else, i.e. the NBA. The NBA then takes that likeness and sells it to a company like 2K Sports.
Yep.
And that's kind of how like I would imagine that went.
Yeah, essentially, that's what it's getting at. Let me see. So this is from one of the attorneys in the case. He said the decision is an important decision for the entertainment industry. It is also an important decision for anyone who has ever gotten a tattoo and might have otherwise worried about their freedom to share their bodies with their tattoos. And it is a good development for tattoo artists, as a contrary verdict could have discouraged people from getting tattoos at a time when the art form is flourishing. So,
Oh,
yeah. How do you feel about tattoos? Just in general.
I don't really care. I just think that most people end up regretting it
Yeah.
down the road. Like I'm talking like 70, 80 years old.
Yeah.
They don't usually look great.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just, some people it means a lot. So I'm not going to take away from that.
Will you ever get a tattoo?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Yeah.
Like maybe like on my ankle or something like that.
Yeah, I'm a big ankle tattoo guy.
But like I don't know what anything in the world I would want a tattoo. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I would never get a tattoo.
Yeah. You seem like you'd be a rib cage guy.
A rib cage guy?
Yeah, like something here.
Never. No.
Like a lion, like Valuetainment.
Valuetainment logo.
Yeah.
But then if I ever get pictures of someone who gets pictures of me, I have to give royalties to Valuetainment.
Yeah. You'd get like a lion and like a Psalms under there.
It makes no sense to me, like, because like you just never know where you're gonna be in 30 or 40 years. That's why like, when people do like sleeves of like their girlfriend or boyfriend's name, I'm like, oh,
That's a tough one.
man.
A name.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then they gotta get taken off. Like Layla, she had a huge tattoo on her back. She had to get taken off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a full out angel or like eagle or something on her back, her whole back. She said. And she had to get it all taken off. Like people do that all the time. Like I just think it's a great business. It's like we're gonna permanently mark you. It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna be very painful. In a few years, you'll pay us again to take it off.
remove
I'm like,
it.
yes. It's like that's a recurrent
Yeah.
business model,
Get
baby.
people caught in a loop. Give them like a couple's discount. Like if you come in with the other person, you're gonna get the name of.
You actually buy it. You buy the tattoo with the cost of removal. Like in 5 years, you just come back. You remove it. And we put
That's
another
not bad.
one on
Yeah.
it.
It's like a warranty.
Yeah. See, I think a tattoo that would last there should be like varying degrees of how long the tattoo lasts, and
Yeah.
it needs to like go away quickly. Like you can't just be like over the course of a few years it goes away. Like you say, okay, this one lasts a month, this one lasts a year, this one lasts 5 years, this one lasts 10 years. That would be interesting
That'd be cool.
because then people could be like, okay, I'm with my new girlfriend. I'm gonna do a year.
Yeah.
And then it's like you just gotta like, okay, where
Yeah,
we
but
go?
then she's gonna be like, "Why didn't you get the 10-year? Why didn't you go 10-year?"
Because it was cheaper.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Cost save. I was gonna take you out.
No, I'll get a bigger one.
Yeah.
This one's gonna come off in a year. I'll get a bigger one.
I think you would instantly increase the amount of people with tattoos. I would do a 1-month tattoo.
Yeah, really?
I would.
What would you be your first 1 month tattoo?
Oh gosh, I don't know. But I think I would do it partly for like the experience. People are like, oh, it's so painful. Okay, cool. Like, let me just experience that.
Dude, just get some needles and poking yourself a bunch. That's all it's gonna feel like.
Maybe at Blue Collar Summit we can do some prison tats. We can do some tats in the stairwells.
We can do the Blue Collar Summit logo on
There you
people.
go. Yeah.
Oh man, it's like Anytime Fitness outside of Harley Davidson is the most branded tattoo in the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's because they push it really heavily with their owners. Like when we come to owners, like you kind of feel obligated to do it.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's weird.
They actually have a tattoo artist that comes in during franchisee training and puts it on people.
I'm out on that. I mean, what's the return policy here on this franchise agreement?
It's like a 10-year agreement. That'd be the 10-year tattoo.
Oh, dude, that's horrible. Could you imagine if we did that?
Oh man, what's kind of crazy is
That's horrible. I really don't like that.
Their
That's
logo
weird.
kind of looks like a swastika. They have like look up Anytime Fitness logo, just the running man.
Oh, you said Planet Fitness.
Did I say Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Anytime Fitness. Like when we were there for training.
Oh, yeah. No, I got
Like
you.
that.
Yeah.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
Go down a little bit. That's the old one.
Yeah, it's a
Little close, dude.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a little Third Reich, if you know what I mean. Ooh, yeah. Dude, that's weird.
I know, dude.
Did people did you were they doing it in the room?
No, they had a special room downstairs in their headquarters just for tattooing people with the logo.
I just really don't like that. That's so weird to me.
You want to add that to the training week?
No, not at all.
It's like after your picture, just step over here.
Yeah.
Get a max on your back.
Yeah. Like I'm a pro brand, but I'm pro Augusta, but dude, no way.
I would get a 1 year Augusta definitely.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that would be a good 1 year, 1 month. But I would permanently.
Okay, you haven't answer the question. What would be your first 1 year tattoo?
Well, I did almost think about getting a tattoo, so let me out myself here a little bit.
Okay.
And
really? When was that?
when I was 19 or 20, which
So
I'm
in
so
college?
glad I didn't. Yeah. So in college.
Wait, you talk about it's so long ago. That's 5 years ago.
I was
6 years ago.
10. It's
Wait,
10.
how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're not 30.
Yes.
You're 30?
Yeah. You're almost 30.
You're 2 years older than me?
A year and a half.
I always think you're younger than me.
No.
I
we do this all the time. Just so
Really?
everyone knows.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're 30?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I would have said 28, 27, 28.
No, I'm 30.
Broski,
I don't
dude.
act my age.
Dude, we're getting old, bro.
I know, it's weird. So when I was 19 or 20, this is going to out me as a nerd.
Okay.
I genuinely thought about getting
Rubik's Cube.
right here. So on the forearm.
Yeah.
Inside of the forearm. So it's not crazy visible, but if you're wearing a short sleeve, people are going to see it. I'm just going to out myself. I thought about getting the Mandalorian logo from Star Wars.
Don't know, sorry.
Which no, you're good. I knew you wouldn't.
Mandalorian.
That.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. That's what I thought about getting. It's
Why?
I don't know. I really like Star Wars. I thought it was a cool logo. That's why I'm glad I didn't do it. Because now I'd still be I like Star Wars, but I don't like it enough to have it there every single day. So I don't know. I know there's now Star Wars because Disney bought Star Wars. There's now 1 million shows about the Mandalorians.
Oh, really?
And then people would be like, "Oh, did you get it for the show?" Or do you love the show? I haven't even watched the show. My love for Star Wars has fallen off drastically. I mean, it's still great, but I don't love Star Wars anymore.
People just change so much in 10 years.
Yeah.
In 10 years, your whole everything changes. Who you hang out with, what your interests are, what you love in life, and so 10 years ago, it would have been medical stuff for me. 10 years before that, it would have been golf. I would have been a big golf dude. So that's why it's just every 10 years stuff happens and in 10 years I'll probably have a family.
Yeah.
So I'd be what in the world was I doing all this business? I'm gonna put money on my back. This is so weird.
Would you gotten the what's that, the snakes around
Oh
the
yeah,
pole
the
or-
brazen brass pole. Yeah,
whatever that's
cool.
called. There's good tattoo ideas.
Oh man.
My sister, who's a nurse though, she has a heart, what's that?
Yeah,
The
EKG.
Yeah, EKG with a
Yeah,
heart.
yeah,
It's cute. It's nice. She loves what she does.
I this is what I work for right here.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my wife has a tattoo. I like it, but yeah, I don't know.
Wait, is it on her arm?
It's a small one on her wrist. So when
Yeah, I
she
was
wears a
gonna say
watch, you
wrist.
can't even see it.
Yeah, but I've seen it. What is it?
It's a semicolon. So it's for mental health and suicide awareness.
Semicolon.
Yeah, so that's a sign for mental health and suicide
I didn't know
awareness.
that.
Yeah. So
I would think it's a winky face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's just a semicolon. There's no parentheses.
I know. I'm just saying. I would have seen it and be like,
no,
that's
it's
cool
it's a
wiki
symbol
page.
for mental health awareness.
Interesting.
And yeah, so I won't share on the podcast.
That's
but,
cool.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's really cool. It's her and her mom both have it.
That's
It's a
awesome.
matching tattoo. So like that, I'm like, that's great. You're gonna love that. You know, one day, sadly, when your mom passes, like that'll be a great memory. You got those together.
Yeah.
But like, I don't have anything like that I'm gonna put on my body.
We can just do like an exclamation mark. Like, what does that mean? No idea. Just like that one.
Podcaster awareness.
You could do your new C-Suite Unfiltered
Oh,
logo.
yeah, definitely. I think that's all I
We
got.
went
though.
off the rails,
Yeah,
dude.
a little bit of a shorter pod.
We go
but
from politics to tattoos really
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. Any not financial advice for the people?
Go ahead.
I knew you were gonna do that. And remember last week I changed mine, so I had 2.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember it, and I should have wrote it down.
That's okay.
Here's my not financial advice.
Okay.
It's a really, really good one.
Okay.
Because you know, I most of my day is calls.
Yes.
If you're gonna book a call with someone, just show up.
As you're not financial.
Not financial advice. If you book a meeting with someone, show up and show up prepared.
Yeah.
It's the nicest form of respect.
Yeah. Okay. My non-financial advice is if you're using Copilot, send text messages blast. Because eventually we're gonna have to charge for it. We spend gobs of money on texts right now, but we're letting it slide. But eventually we'll have to charge for mass texting.
So just go hard on the texting.
Yeah, well, for now.
Go
for
all
now.
out right now.
Just for
Yeah,
now.
Go all out right now. Spring rush.
For C-Suite Unfiltered podcast listeners, we
They're
can
getting
say
a lot
that.
of exclusives. Showcase reviews, text blast on Copilot.
I've told everyone we're eventually gonna have to charge for it. Like there's multiple users inside Copilot that cost us more in texting credits than their entire subscription multiple times over.
Yeah.
So,
One of them is your original location.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that database. Yeah. Fair enough. All right.
That's all we got.
pod.
That's a pod.